Inventor's Dream with your hosts, Akos the Solutionist and John Creemans, the Doctor of Shopology. Now, here's John and Akos.
All right, welcome back to My Cool Inventions. What a day today. Holy cow. You know, I've got Akos. Akos the Solution is not with us today because he's on the other side of the globe. Literally. He is at QVC Germany in Dusseldorf. Actually, he's been there throughout the day with a lot of his cool inventions, plus a today's special value from an inventor that actually presented that on this show several years ago, called the RFID security sleeves, and they're to protect your identification on your credit card, your passports, the sleeve that goes right over top of the card. So he's on QVC Germany today. I've already been on HSN several times today. That's right, yeah, in the morning, the afternoon. I mean, I've been pretty much all day with one of our inventions called the laundry pole, which absolutely is extremely cool. Check it out on hsn.com. And as many of you know, if you've been listening to the show long enough, then you know that we have an innovation alliance with HSN and these other shopping channels all over the globe, where we're bringing cool gadgets and great innovation from American inventors to the world. So it has been quite a start to the week, as you can pretty much imagine, and is going to continue. Now, as you hear about the inventor today, and I will tell you this and preface this by saying that Rick Alexander has been on our show before. He has an incredible invention, and one that I think that if you've ever been burned by a curling iron, now guys, listen up. I know the gals have, but if you're like me, my wife likes to leave her curling iron on the bathroom's counter. Oh! Yeah. And the big problem with that is I don't know if she's used it or not. So never pick up a curling iron by the gold part, okay? Or a silver part. Pick it up by the handle, wherever the cord's coming out of. That's just the only personal experience I know. And my hand hurt for at least about a week. It can be dangerous. Now think about this if you have children, though. Young kids. You know, young little guys and gals, little tykes running around. What if they pick up mom's curling iron? Or those flat irons, right? The straightening irons. Well, our inventor today, Rick, has come up with a perfect solution. And we're going to be talking about that in a few moments here on My Cool Inventions. It's called Cool Care. It's designed for blow dryers, curling irons, flat irons, anything that's hot. And you'll absolutely love this. And I think it's a perfect invention. And we'll be talking about that coming up in a few short moments. Now, if you are someone that has come up with a product idea or an invention and you'd like to be on this show, we would love to have you. Let me explain how this works. An inventor will submit their invention to My Cool Inventions. Then our team, Tom Rominga, who is our product and inventor manager, he'll take it, he'll look at it. I send him the submission over to him, and he looks at it. He starts talking to the inventor. And then Zach helps to get them prepared for on air, so that way when an inventor's on our show, they don't completely not know what they're doing. Zach is good at helping you prepare your pitch to be on our national audience. And then, of course, then we're here, both Akos and myself. We give you all the advice that we can. Because remember, we've been on national television for almost 60 years combined. Me, over 30,000 hours of live TV on the shopping channels. Certainly HSN, as many of you know. But also, over $2 billion in sales. And over 100,000 different products that I presented. So that means I have a little bit of knowledge on pretty much every product that's ever been invented or has been on television. Think about that for a second. And then Akos, who is a world-class product guest and expert, but also inventor. Many of his cleaning inventions and home solution products have been featured all over the globe. And with our combined sales of over $3 billion in sales, we have a little bit to tell you. And certainly we can help an inventor, not only in their pitch, but with our Innovation Alliance, with the folks at HSN, you might see some of these inventions appearing on television on HSN in prime time, which would be big for an inventor. Think about this. What you're doing today, being a part of our show, whether you're traveling on the roadways across America, listening to us on Radio America, or you're listening to us on one of our affiliated radio stations across the country, or you're going on Facebook and you're watching the MCI Digital One video, which is on our Facebook page at facebook.com/MyCoolInventions. We love to have you support these inventors. These guys and gals are really doing the work that's helping to drive the economy, get things moving again. And if they get on HSN, this could help them as well. That's why here at My Cool Inventions, and one of the things that we live by every day is that we're lifting American families. One invention, one inventor, one American at a time. And you as part of our audience are part of that. Because if you give them a big thumbs up vote, when we take their invention to the folks at HSN and their innovation team at American Dreams, there's a chance that they'll say, you know what? How was the vote? Well, the vote did really well. And instead of sales, that vote could actually help spur them to getting in on the show. It's one way to do it. It's certainly, we do this absolutely free for every single inventor that comes on our show. Like Rick Alexander, our inventor today. He's come up with a product called Cool Care. And if you've ever burnt yourself on a curling iron, listen up. This guy has the perfect invention for you today. Rick, welcome to My Cool Inventions.
Thank you.
Hey, glad to have you along today. Now that I have a chance, I'm here in the studio, in our Digital One studio. I've got these in my hand now. I actually get to see it instead of just looking at the picture, right? So I'm looking at not only how well made this is, but you've got areas big enough for a hairdryer, big enough for curling irons, flat irons, and you have two different ways of doing this. This is pretty impressive.
Thank you.
So tell us about Cool Care and how this all came about.
My son got burned really bad, and I had to take him to the emergency room, and then I had to come up with a solution to stop it from happening again.
Sure. So explain to everyone that may not be able to see this on our digital stream. Tell them what this actually looks like and how it works.
That's stainless steel. I have two models. One mounts to the wall and keeps it up out of the reach of children, and another one sits on the countertop.
Okay.
And it has two different size barrels to hold the blow dryer and the hot irons. And I put vent holes in it to let the heat escape so it doesn't get real hot.
Sure.
And I won Best Product of the Year from Parent Tested, Parent Approved.
Wow. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and folks, imagine, if you will, if you're driving around your car today, it's actually two solid tubes that go down about, I'd say, what are these, about 6.5 inches?
6 inches. Yeah.
And just enough to be able to put the hotter parts of your curling iron, your straight iron, your hair dryer into to be able to put these in. And the one I'm holding in my hand, and if you can, when you get home, go to our Facebook page and take a look at the video. But you can see that it would actually solidly get on a wall. This could be on a cabinet, like the cabinet of your sink or something. And then the one that you have that's actually a standalone model is actually pretty impressive too. It's got a base on it.
Yeah, and it's designed for the wall mount model, so when a child tries to pull on the cord, it will not come out of the holder with the angle. There's an angle on it, so when the child tries to pull on it, it won't come out.
All right, so yeah, I'm looking at that here on the one that I have in my hand. It's got a hook on it. Hey, a question for you. How did you come about this? I mean, I know your backstory on this, but I mean, how did you come up with this particular design, and how did you get started once you had the aha moment and the idea? Where did you go from there?
I went down to a metal place, and I bought some tubes, and I went to the college and had them welded together.
Okay.
Just to make something to hold my wife's hair irons, and that's how because I don't know how to weld, so I went and found some pipes that would hold the irons.
Yeah.
And over time, I figured out the barrels had to be a little bit bigger, and it couldn't be heavy metal. So, I made several models when I first started to make it all work.
Yeah, so I would assume you kept on going with this. As I can see now, with the finished product, and also looking at your packaging, which I think is very impressive. It's pretty simple and easy to explain, how this would actually work and how somebody could have this in their home. Some inventors don't even think of that. If you're going to sell the invention, you better have at least some way that the consumer, whether it gets into retail or whatever, can actually know how it's supposed to work and where it's supposed to be. And I think you did that quite nicely on your packaging. Did you think of the packaging, or did you have somebody else do it for you?
No, I had a package designer design it. I made a package prior that I kind of designed, and all the retailers told me they hated it, so I had to find somebody. I had to find somebody that could make the package.
Yeah, this is
right.
this because when I look at it, and we have it online as well. But it's self-explanatory. I can see it. I know exactly what it does. It's a lot better than I've seen in the past on the packaging on it. So I think it's pretty impressive. Now, folks, I don't want to taint the vote. I want you to decide, and you're going to get a chance here in a few minutes to actually vote on Rick's pitch, which is going to give us in the next segment. And then you can vote by text of voting. You can go to our website at My Cool Inventions and do that as well. It always seems that, Rick, when we look at it and talk to inventors here on the show, that it's always something happens, and the idea is mother of invention. I mean, it's the way that it happens. And I would imagine there are a lot of folks that are listening today that have had the same problem. When you got little kids running around, they grab the curling iron, or their big kid like me grabs a curling iron, and it's a mess.
Yes, over 52,000 families are affected that need to go to the ER yearly just from hair iron burns.
Holy cow! That seems like a huge number. But I would assume that there are a lot of people that you don't really think about it. I mean, you know it's hot, but the people around you don't. If you just lay it on the counter, most of us think that it's unplugged. Well, it's okay. But those things stay hot for a while, don't they?
Yeah, hair irons nowadays are at 450 degrees.
Wow, and that can cause some serious burns. Rick, stay with us, because I want to talk to you more on this. And folks, we're going to get a chance to vote right after the break. But stay with us. We'll be back with more of My Cool Inventions, celebrating American innovation. The guys and gals that are helping to spur our economy along, they need your support. Stay with us, and we'll be back with more My Cool Inventions right after this. All right, 19 minutes past the hour, and you're listening to My Cool Inventions. Glad to have you here today. John Creeman's here. Been on HSN all day today. ACOS is over at QVC Germany on the other side of the globe in Dusseldorf. He's actually presenting some very cool inventions and some of his inventions over there as well. So it's been kind of a busy several weeks. And think about this for just a second. The kind of reach that My Cool Inventions has and what we're trying to do for America's inventors is that in the last week and a half, our company, our main company for My Cool Inventions, has actually presented 3 today's special values at 3 different shopping channels.
Excellent.
Yeah, so a today's special value, just to give you perspective on that, that's the biggest item that a home shopping channel will sell all day. It's the day that it's the product that they base their day on. So what they do is they present it, they have it on air, and that supports the rest of the day. So it's a big hit. And it's rather rare that a company will actually have 3 today's special values, 3 different products and inventions that came from this show on 3 different countries. I mean, it's unheard of. And right now, today is the 3rd day of this European tour for ACOS. So we're wishing him well, and we'll keep you updated. If we might get an idea if it sells out early here on today's show. With us, for those of you that listen every day, we talk to inventors all across America. And over the last 5 years, we've talked to thousands. Whether we're at the Houseware Show or Hardware Show in Vegas or the Consumer Electronics Show, even the Electronic Retailing Convention, we try to get out to as many places as possible to talk to our inventors. One such inventor is Rick Alexander. He's here today talking about Cool Care. Now, Cool Care is an invention that's rather impressive and actually rather smart, if I do say so myself, only because I've been burned by a curling iron. And no, Al, it's not because I used it on my own hair. That's Zach. He does that.
Hey!
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. But because we do call you the bear around here. So, I mean, here you've got this curling iron that's hot. It's laying on the counter. If you're a child, you don't even think anything of it. You just grab it, and you can probably burn your hand. It happens in households all across America too many times to count. And Rick has come up with a way that keeps that away and keeps the hot part away from little hands. And Cool Care has 2 different ways of doing it. You mount it on a wall, put it on a table. And Rick, for a lot of folks that are just tuning in right now, I mean, this has been a project of yours for many years, right?
Yes, 15 years when my son was first burned.
So you could have given up. You could have said, nah, it's too hard. Nah, I can't figure it out. I don't know how. I know I got to come up with a solution, but I don't know how. you kept on going. What kept you moving?
Well, the people are getting burned every day, and the numbers are growing because hot hair irons are hotter every to 450 degrees now.
Wow.
And I just found out an MD doctor just emailed me the other day and gave me the 52,000 statistics a year. So
wow, that's a lot.
I didn't even know that.
And you come up with packaging now. You've got a finished product. I mean, this is absolutely impressive. And before I taint the vote any further, because I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to vote. I mean, it's just because I'm holding it, I'm getting a chance to see it. And folks, you can see it as well. Just go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/MyCoolInventions. You'll see the video. But I'm going to give you your chance to persuade America, Rick, okay?
Okay.
So you get 60 seconds. So folks, as Rick's pitching, think about this now. You're going to get a thumbs up or a thumbs down vote. You can go to our website, mycoolinventions.com. You hit the vote tab. You can vote there. Or you can text a vote on your smartphone. Just text to the number 22333. That's 22333, and then put a thumbs up or thumbs down. So, Rick, are you ready?
Yes.
I believe he's ready. Let's do this.
You got any ideas?
I have a great idea.
Pitch it to me. Pitch it to me.
Hey, I got an idea. Well, let's hear it.
Hi, I'm Rick Alexander, inventor of Cool Care Hair Iron Holders. I created this product to keep families and homes safe from burns and fires. Over 52,000 families yearly, not including house fires. Most hair irons reach temperatures of 450 degrees, while the Cool Care holders are rated at 500 degrees. 90% of the holders on the market are only rated up to 300 degrees, resulting in melting and burning. When you are using our holders, you will know and feel confident that your family and home will be safe. Cool Care holders are in Walmart.com. We have a 5-star rating with no returns ever. You will also find them on Amazon, CoolCareHolders.com, and salons nationwide. Prices range from $18 to $35. Cool Care should be in every home. Thank you.
Make or break an inventor. Be our shark and vote. Be bold and submit your product. What the heck? You could only make millions.
Wow. Rick, I tell you, and I have the benefit of having heard your pitch the first time. That's so much better. I mean, you're getting really good at this.
I'm trying.
Yeah. No, this is good. You've got a great start. You laid out where we can go purchase it, which there are a lot of inventors that get so stuck up on the features and benefits that they forget that hey, somebody has to go buy this. They have to go somewhere to get it or look at it, and it sounds like you've already started your way of getting this distributed in larger areas, trying to see how well this is done. Now, do you actually have inventory right now?
Yes, I do.
So what do you? How many do you have?
I have about 1,000 of each.
1,000 of each. Wow. Now, how did you? Are you financing this yourself? Did you have help?
Yes. All out of my own pocket. My wife is Chinese. We went to China. I found a manufacturer to make it, and I found a distributor in Union, New Jersey,
Wow.
H. Schultz and Sons.
Okay.
And they've helped me get it in markets. And I found the buyer at Walmart.com, and his son also got burned, and so that's why it went into Walmart.com.
Well, that's what I got to tell you. That's very impressive. You've actually gone. You're doing it all yourself. You're taking the pitfalls. You're rolling with it. You're continuing to go with it. In your pitch, you had pretty much everything that I was looking for. I mean, you set up the problem. You gave us a solution. And the features and benefits, maybe you maybe want to look into what this actually does. Give it more. It's stainless steel. They're ventilation holes, so it keeps the heat. It helps to dissipate the heat. So continue to paint that picture. It's very important.
I was worried about running out of time. So
I know 1 minute's not a long time, so I definitely feel for you on that. But yeah, you've got your pitch is so much better that I think that anybody that would listen to you or hear you or see you, if you were face to face, they would have an idea as to what this is and how it actually works. So continue to paint that picture. That's very, very important. And I think you're well on the way. I'm kind of looking forward to see how the vote goes today.
Yeah, me too. I'm also going to go to CEO Space next month, and I don't know if you're familiar with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I became a lifetime member a couple months ago.
Wow, good
So
for
it'll be
you.
The first time I'll be going down there.
All right. So we're going to keep up with you, and certainly I want to see this vote, because the next time we go to the innovation buyers for American Dreams on HSN, I want to be able to show this to them. And you've given us some great examples of what this looks like, and how now that I can see it and feel it, I really think you've come up with a winner. I think it's really good.
Well, I tried to build the Rolls-Royce hair iron holders, because most hair iron holders are only 300 degrees. They go up to 300 degrees.
Yeah.
And there's some plastic ones that melt. In fact, I was at the home show in Everett, Washington, and it set up they were doing a hair display, fixing hair,
Yeah.
the beauticians, and their hair iron holders melted and set off the alarms.
Yikes. Well,
And
Rick,
they had to come over and buy my holders.
well, now you know you have demand. So, Rick, thank you so much, and I appreciate you being on today's show, and I look forward
Thank you,
to...
John. Hey, you're an inspiration to me since the last time I was on. I want to tell you that.
Thank you, man. Well, you're doing a great job, and I look forward to seeing how this vote goes. Thanks for being on My Cool Inventions.
All right, thank you, John. Have a wonderful day.
All right, folks, it's your turn now. You get to vote. You get to support this American inventor. Go to our website, My Cool Inventions. You can vote from the Vote tab there, or just on your smartphone, text to the number 22333 and put thumbs up or thumbs down. And remember to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/My Cool Inventions. We'll be back after this.
You're listening to America's Talk Radio Network, where